To begin, can you honestly say that you've put in a lot of effort throughout your entire life, but have nothing to show for it? You are aware of the fact that you have put in a lot of effort, but you ask yourself, hey, where am I today? If you are at least 50 years old and have saved very little or nothing for retirement, let me be straightforward with you. This is not the ideal condition to be in. This is Optimize, and we are here to assist you in reaching your financial goals and living the life of your dreams. The good news is that if you take what you've seen in this video seriously, the issue can be resolved. However, you will be required to make adjustments right away. Don't worry, we're going to work through this together, step by step. You have a lot more options than you probably realize at this point. And in today's video, we're going to go through exactly what those modifications are so that we can get you back on track to creating a sizable retirement savings. Also, make sure to stick around until the end because I am going to share a secret bonus tip with you. It will help you greatly. So, let's get started. Step 1. Get money. Therefore, we have the choice to approach this in either an easy or a difficult manner. Now, the difficult approach is perhaps the most obvious way, which is to simply make more money or increase your wage. This is the hard way. But this is risky because you are putting what little you have at stake in a job market that has the potential to be extremely competitive. There are a lot of young people who are willing to take a salary reduction, such as me, and so this puts you in direct competition with us. Unless you have complete faith in your skills, you should probably avoid doing it because it involves some degree of danger. Therefore, exercise extreme caution when traversing the terrain. On the other hand, when I decided to leave my work, I chose the path that was the easiest for me. To put it another way, I increased my savings by getting rid of all of the expenditures that were not required and by taking on some more jobs. To be more exact, the following is what we do. So let's have a look at some of the things that you are currently paying for that are so insignificant that you don't even think about them. I'm referring to things that aren't really necessary, like the cable and television services you pay for. The Hulu service is very similar to Netflix. This is precisely what I ended up doing. After quitting my employment, I was left with no income yet continued to be responsible for paying my expenditures. And I started to call around and aggressively ask for competitive rates on everything I paid for my car insurance, my health insurance, my phone bill, my internet bill, and everything else. But you'll be so surprised just how much money $20 here and $30 there will add up to so quickly. And I saved a lot of money doing this, so I recommend you do the same thing. Another option is to drive for Uber or to deliver packages for companies like Postmates, Uber Eats, or Amazon. Being a caretaker is our final expert recommendation for making a significant amount of serious extra cash on the side. Step 2. Invest. Please make it a priority to investigate and enroll in any retirement programs offered by your workplace as soon as possible. Therefore, if you haven't previously opened any qualified employer-sponsored programs like 401ks or Roth IRAs and gotten started with them, you should do so immediately before placing your money anyplace else. If you have already opened these types of accounts, then you may skip this step. Because the rate of return on that money is better than the rate of return on any other investment you can discover, and because the rate of return on your money is 100%, this is the reason. Therefore, you should forget about investing in individual stocks and dividends and instead deposit your money here. Before you do so, you should find out what the limit is and then use it to its maximum potential. In addition, for the purpose of health insurance, investigate any health savings account, HSA, plans that your company might provide. HSAs are fantastic. Imagine them as being similar to your IRA, with the added benefit that they are 100% tax deductible, so reducing the amount of tax you are required to pay. Additionally, funds contributed to an HSA are not subject to federal income taxation upon receipt, growth, or withdrawal for eligible medical costs. And if for some reason you do end up having additional money in that fund, you are free to spend it whenever you like up until the age of 65. Now, with regard to the question of what to invest in, this can become rather confusing. However, choosing a fund does not have to be so difficult. The following are some factors that should be kept in mind. Something similar to a Vanguard Retirement Index Fund with a goal date of 2035 is the one that appeals to me the most as the greatest one for me. When it's going to provide you a really amazing diversification, you will be diversified like a boss, and the portfolio is going to rebalance itself correctly as you approach closer to the day that you will retire, and the costs are really minimal. Step 3. Emergency savings. Now that you are potentially producing more money, you are saving more money and investing more money in the areas that will provide you the most return on your investment. Let's work together to keep what you have safe. People who do not have an emergency fund are significantly more likely to take out a loan against their 401k account. Let's protect your nest egg from the number one enemy of this entire plan: yourself. Believe it or not, people who do not have an emergency fund are significantly more likely to take out a loan against their 401k. And I'm sure that you all are aware that there is a lot of worry and concern about an incoming recession right now. So, what I don't want to happen to you is the thing that happened to a lot of people during the last recession back in 2008, when the unemployment rate spiked, and as many as 46% of people who lost their jobs took out and liquidated their entire 401k savings in order to pay for emergencies. I don't want that to happen to you because it was a terrible experience for a lot of people. Therefore, let's bring your funds for unexpected expenses up to $1,000. Only use this money for unexpected expenses, and it needs to be at least $1,000 in order to cover that temptation whenever, in the future 15 years, something unavoidable will take place. Now there is something that I strongly advise you not to do. I don't want you to put your savings at risk by searching for the next hot investment or the next hot growth stock. Please don't do that. And I promise you're going to hear a lot of this from newsletters and emails, and the media screaming that this is the next firm that is going to take you to Earth Hiraman sooner. However, I promise none of them will, and no one has any idea what they're talking about. Don't listen to what they have to say. Even less should you follow my recommendation. Just keep in mind that you do not have the luxury of time on your side to make up for losses in a market that is unpredictable. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid. Don't get worked up, and simply keep making contributions to those retirement programs that we were just talking about before. This is true regardless of what the market does. Finally, I am going to share the secret bonus tip with you. Consider working a little bit longer. Two instances of this video's most crucial phase. In both situations, assume you're 55. First, you retire at 62, giving you 7 years to invest. If you save $583 every month for 7 years with an 8% return, your money would increase to over $65,000. At 62, you can start claiming Social Security based on your professional earnings. In 2022, the average retired worker earns $1,558 in Social Security. Your check may vary each month. Say you begin Social Security at 62. Monthly maximum is $2,364. This is crucial. Let's say you didn't retire at 62, this video's most significant point. However, wait until 70, 8 more years of effort and investing, and a much greater Social Security payout. In the last scenario, you retired at 62 at 55, giving yourself 7 years to invest. At an 8% return from $0, your investment grew to $65,000. In the second situation, you are 55 but wait until you're 70 to retire, giving you 15 years to invest. Using the identical numbers, your money would increase to $200,000, double the $65,000 from the first example. Because you retired at 70, your maximum monthly Social Security benefits would rise from $2,364 to $4,194 by 2022. By waiting 8 years to retire, you increased your investments and Social Security income. Delaying retirement has this benefit. If you're healthy and can work, you might as well stay working to get more money to save, invest, and increase your Social Security check, but this relies on several circumstances. It's crucial that you research this. If you found this video helpful in any way, just giving us a thumbs up would mean the world to us. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you know when we post another useful video like this one. In the meantime, keep making money.